Okay, I'll make sure I've got some vocal here. And Lane, I want to visit with you about your email. This is Dr. Harmon, and the only way I know really how to answer it is to just send you a quick broadcast. You've got a lot of questions, most of which, if you viewed the screencast that I posted, would be answered. Now, as I have said twice in those screencasts, the course meets physically from 6 till 7:30 or 8 on Thursday night. Then I post a second class session so that everybody doesn't have to sit there till 9 o'clock at night. So I split up, and at 7:30 or 8, we're done with the physical part, the ground-based part where we're over here in the lab. And then over the weekend, I record a part 2. I'm going to take you over here and I want to show you. Here's the questions. Now, here we see August 23rd, which is a week ago, part 1. Everybody was in there. Now, the screencast links are YouTube videos. Those YouTube videos are over here posted in Canvas in the announcements area. Your email sounds to me like you may not have taken an opportunity to see what we were doing or to show up for class. But nonetheless, let's see where we go. Now, this is from last week, part 1 is a live screencast where we were in the lab, excuse me, and we went through the first half of the 3-hour course, okay? Then I do a part 2 over the weekend, so you get 3 hours, but I chunk it. I divide it up, so you're not sitting there at 8:30 at night or 9 at night when you're tired and not really getting it, okay? So that will should answer the first question that you had. Now, as I told you, the screencasts, the video, which I convert to YouTube videos, are right over here in the announcements section, okay? Now, you got another, or find that it's okay. You're not sure what we're supposed to be reading in our books. All right. Again, I talked about this, but let's go over it. I'm going to start, first of all, with the modules. As I've said, in each of those 2 sessions on the 23rd, repeatedly, the course is divided into modules. You'll notice there was week 0. That was the 23rd, and you can see it was an overview, and I told everybody we did a preview of a file called Guardian Roofing Payroll. It was called XLS3. We previewed that. All right. And I showed everybody, here's how it's done. And I didn't expect you to do that, but I wanted to show you guys an example of a really, really good spreadsheet. Okay? Now, I went over the point distribution, which is in a PDF file. I went over resources for quizzes and exams. And here it is, right here. Now, when we do a workshop case, which is what we're going to be doing with these different Excel and then later on Access cases, it's a workshop. It's there for you to see how to do these things. that may show up as part of a hands-on portion of an exam. So I give you credit for trying, just simply for uploading them, and I'll go through them and say, here's the file to upload to get the 15 points of credit or whatever it is. Okay? But it's important for you to watch so that when the time comes that you need to do that, use that particular technique or approach, you've seen it, you're aware of it. Okay? Now, as far as the financial ratios quiz, and I tell you where those are, the same for the Few text, chapter 2 through 4. That's the big textbook by Few. Show me the numbers. Ditto, same here. Then on exam 1, part 1, I give you I show you the materials. I tell you where they're at. Now, there's the supplemental website that I mentioned here, and you'll find a link to it where you can find all this other stuff. Here we are. So, yes, indeed, that's all there for you, and it's in a link. Now, we were still at week 0, and that was last week, and I show you the resources for the cases that will do the workshops. I show you the resources file for the access cases. Okay? Now, if you haven't navigated, it's simple. You just close it off here. And now we've got that introduction part. And here's week 0. And one of the things you were supposed to do was familiarize yourself with the Canvas room. It appears you may have tried. Okay? So, and I'm going to close this off. Here's the next module, week 1, which is today. XLS1 is due on the 31st, and I'm going to cover XLS1 today because XLS1 is one of the workshop cases. And you say, okay, what should I be looking at? Well, it's pretty simple. Let's go back here. Resources for the MS Excel cases. Okay? And I have a file for you that shows you each case, where to find it, the textbook, and the related textbook material. And we're going to primarily be working in the Winston text. Now, I went so far even to show everybody the textbooks for the class. So I'm going to go over here to VitalSource. And I covered all of this, but I'm happy to give you a brief. All right. And I'm going to go over to my bookshelf. Okay. And there's the Winston textbook that deals with Excel. There's a textbook that we'll be dealing with for Access when we do the Access courses. Now, let's go back to your email. Now, as I mentioned in each of those sessions, when you look at this area called the syllabus, you're right. And I've warned everybody, it is indeed a listing of the assignments. The syllabus for the course, and I'll go back up here in the modules. The syllabus for the course itself, and I have a set of resources here for you. And I'm going to scroll down here. Okay. And here's the syllabus. Now, you can also find it in an area called the Files section. If you look in the Files section, this are all the files, materials, etc. that we're using in the course. And you can scroll out down through here, and you'll find the syllabus for fall 2018. Let's go to your next part of your email. Now, you're talking about, okay, working late time. Sorry to hear that. Sorry that you had that accident. Sorry your dog got sick. And the class meets on Thursdays, not Wednesdays. So there wasn't anything for you to see last night. We'll do a class session tonight, and then over the weekend I'll do part 2. So you can see the whole thing. So you haven't missed anything. If you want to tonight, you can come up to the lab, and you're very welcome to come into the lab and join the class. If it will hurt your leg, because you say the injury sounds pretty serious, and you have a computer at home or an access to one, I have an invitation, and it's posted in the announcements, to the class session for tonight. Okay? And I guess this is about all I can do. I think I've answered all your questions. Everything's over there in Canvas, and I'm praying for you, and I hope you get feeling better. I don't want this file to be too big. I'll throw it in an email to you, and so you can take a look, okay? All right, I'm going to stop the sharing, and I'm going to stop the